Hello, my name is Rafael Caulín Atiénzar and I'm going to talk about this presentation, which is titled How the Deal Work Out. The first slide is just the presentation, which says the title and my name. Then we move to the next one. When I ask the question, how big is the offer? How the biggest offer in the history of mergers happened? So when you hear of numbers, it seems like it's very something impossible. After several months of fighting, the British company Vodafone acquired the German company Marsman for $183 million, the greatest merger of all time by then. But this is not just about it. The merger also represents one of the most spectacular battles for the control of a company and creates the greatest telecom company in the world. To sum up, it is a historical merger. Move to the next slide. The process. October 21, 1999. For 3 months and a half, Vodafone Air Touch fought a tough battle to control management. October 22, 1999. Barely one day after management announced the acquisition of Orange Vodafone competitor in the UK, the British company launched a takeover of $60 billion for the great German giant. On November 14, 1999, the hostile takeover bid incremented to 43.7 stocks of Vodafone for each management stock. It means about $100,000 million. Management rejected the offer because the president considered it totally inappropriate. The reject reached the political level when the German Chancellor Gerhard Schröder pointed out that he was not okay with that company being merged against his will, obviously. The battle got harder and Vodafone raises the offer to 53.7 stocks for each management title, and plenty of offensive and defensive actions were taken. Management looked for an alliance with the French group Vivendi to develop activities in Internet. This decision did not go further. Now we move to the fourth slide. December 9, 1999. Vodafone went ahead and achieved an agreement with the French company the last Sunday. On December 1999, the position of the German company weakened and the people started to talk about less aggressive approach. Finally, in February 4, 2000, they reached an agreement. The British and the German government were conformed with the agreement, and for the first time they talked about a friendly merger. Vodafone paid 58.9 stocks for each title of management, around $183 million, and the German company would own 49.5% of the company, resultant from the merger. Now we move to the slide number 5, deeper analysis of the merger. So, the merger can be considered horizontal, since both companies operate in the telecommunication industry. With this merger, these two entities reduce the number of computing firms by 1 at the same time, increases the industrial concentration, favoring the creation of clusters. In theory, a reduction in the number of firms competing reduces supply power, whilst increasing price of the good, which is deemed to be harmful for the consumers. This case shows that the mergers can lead to cost reduction. The efficiency that arises could be strong enough to drive this merger. Duplication of fixed costs is avoided when they consolidate management and not employing two people to perform an identical task. Finally, in theory, a merger is supposed to lead a rise in price as lesser firms are left competitive in the industry. Firms will be better off with a higher price imposed on consumers and when they gain from higher producer surplus. The opposite applies for consumers who are worse off when prices increase. When the increase in producer surplus outweighs the decrease in consumer surplus, total welfare is said to have increased. Now we move to the slide number 6, and here we are going to study the reaction of the competition authorities. The competition authorities had to critically decide on whether to approve a merger, especially those which involve their firms like Vodafone or Marsman. The rival firms disapproved Vodafone's proposal to merge with Marsman as they viewed this move as being anti-competitive. Vodafone considered that other operators will be able to provide seamless services on the same scope in the near future. A After much consideration by the competition authorities, they conclude that the merger will not inflict much threat due to the presence of several strong, large, and powerful buyers in the market, will prevent Vodafone management from achieving dominant position on the provision of the related services. Furthermore, the demerger of Orange with management will wear away market power for the merged entity. So, slide number 7. Did Vodafone pay the premium fee? Well, Vodafone wants an horizontal strategic acquisition of management. To calculate the market estimate of the possible synergies of the deal, we view the relation of current stock price, operating value, and expected takeover premium, ATP. So first of all, we analyze the expected takeover premium. The current share price equals to share price at October 22 plus the takeover probability plus the ATP. So it's 234 equals to 145.33 multiplied for 0.6 for ETP. So ETP equals to 147.75. Then we calculate the bid price. Bid price equals to 53.7 multiplied for 4.96, which is equal to 266.35. And then finally we have to calculate the if the expected price at October 27 is more than the takeover value of management. So expected price of October 21st plus synergies is larger than takeover value of management. So 145.35 plus 147.75, if it's equal, is more than 266.35. So it's bigger. Alright, so there is a premium fee. And now we move to the slide number 8 for the original reason of the merger. So Vodafone's first offer for the business was rejected by the German company. Seems obvious. Vodafone is spelled out of the reason behind its attempt to buy the German company, as it unveiled a 113% rise in underlying half-year profits early this week. Vodafone said the merger would generate saving more than 1.4 billion of euros by 2004, but that there will be no redundancies. Chris Yen, chief executive of Vodafone, said the wireless business of management and Vodafone AirTouch belong together because we have been working together for many years and we are natural partners. That's what he said. Management board said the offer did not contain a cash element and wasn't attractive for stakeholders. Furthermore, management does not consider a combination with Vodafone AirTouch as strategically attractive, it said in a statement after rejecting the first bid. Then there were some problems in achieving acquisition success. The other competitors showed their conformity with the agreement. Initial rejection from the management shareholders to take over bid, and Orange have to be sold off as part of any deal to avoid problems. It seems that it makes sense. So we move to the slide number 10. Was it a successful merger? In conclusion, Vodafone's proposal to merge with management is seen as anti-competitive threat to all telecommunication service provider. Rival firms were concerned that the merger would bestow substantial market power to the merged entity. Thus, they were strongly against the merger proposal. Is it a real threat? The competition authorities conclude that the merger will not inflict much threat due to the presence of a number of strong, large, and powerful buyers in the market, as I said before. So, the possibility to offer similar services in competition with Vodafone will, in return, also develop incentives for third parties to develop competition networks. And I will go to the 11th slide, opinion and conclusion. So, I'm not in favor or against this merger. I have some arguments in favor and some arguments against. In favor, I support the merger as it encourages innovations, competitive rises, so the rival firms has to create an innovative and neat network systems. Companies are benefited in the long term because they increase their efficiency, and consumers gains in cheaper price. On the other hand, I'm not agree with this merger because the merger could operate like a monopoly by setting high prices. Competitivity will be raised due to the entry barriers the new entity will create. Consumer welfare could be greatly harmed as a result of the new monopoly. and it could make you an attractive market to get in from foreign companies. So I neither agree or neither against this. So now the last slide, the 12th, and thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.